am the leader of all the other planets in the universe. And although I have undergone many, many years of penance for self realization, still I offer my respects unto you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Brahma is the greatest personality in the universe because he has the longest duration of life. He is the most respectable personality because of his penance, influence, prestige, etc. And still, he has to offer his respectful obeisances unto the Lord. Therefore, it is incumbent upon all others who are far, far below the standard of Brahma to do as he did and offer respects as a matter of duty. Hare Krishna.
Next. Tiryan vividhadishu jeevayu. Mute your phone. आत्मेच्छयात्मा कृतसेतु परिप्सया यः रेमे निरस्तविषयो अपि अवरुद्धदेह तस्मै नमो भगवते पुरुषोत्तमाय. Tiryak, animals lower than human beings. So, my Lord, by your own will you appear in the various species of living entities, among animals lower than human beings, as well as among the demigods, to perform your transcendental pastimes. As Vamana, he appeared among the demigods, Aditi's son, and Varaha Rupa. Vara is what? Sukara, wild Sukara, lower than the in the lower species actually. You're not affected, but you're not affected by material contamination. As a fish also Krishna has appeared, just see. As fish, as tortoise. Krishna takes any form. Why is taking? You come just to fulfill the obligations of your own principles of religion. So,
Even horse भी है ना मैटर.
I agree. You come just to fulfill the obligations. Now just see, is Krishna obliged? No, Krishna is beyond. But still, he has his principles of religion. For that he is obliged. That means he comes to set up the principles of religion. And what is the principles of religion? 4 things. Tasmadekena manasa, Bhagavan Satitam Pati, Shottavya Kirtitavyascha, Deya Pujescha. These are the only 4 principles of religion. Hearing, chanting, meditating, and worshipping. These 4 important principles. These are the 4 important activities. And for that, what are the principles? Which are the principles? Purity, austerity, truthfulness, and compassion. These are the 4 principles. When you say principles, that means morals. What are the principles on which dharma is based? Compassion, purity, austerity, and truthfulness. What are the activities of the dharma? Shotavya, Kirtitavya, Deya, Pujascha. If you do, a person who follows the principles can easily do these 4. And these 4 activities will make a person follow the principles. It is vice versa. Now see, principles and religion. We have kept 2. The principles are these. Like uh, if you sleep early, you can wake up early. So sleeping early is a principle. Waking, that means these are the moral thing. If you eat less, if you sleep early, you can wake up early. Similarly, if you follow these 4 principles, it is easy to perform the religious duties. Our religious duty starts from hearing only. And therefore, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you for manifesting such different pastimes. So you have given such a beautiful, forms. You have come in beautiful forms. Why? So that you set up religious principles, and you are not affected by the material contamination. And one is neither a man nor a human, nor an animal. Just Krishna appears in different forms. So, but you're not affected. That is what is given. Setu means obligations. Setu also means connection. Understand it nicely. It is obligation also, it is connection also. You know, Setu Bandhu. Setu means connection. Connection between Atmakrita Setu Pariprasayaya, desiring to preserve. So connecting the jivas to spirituality. That is Krishna's, that is how Krishna appears and connects everyone by his pastimes. He connects the living entities. That is what is given. Jiva Yonishu. That means in different species of life, Krishna appears how Ichchaya, Atma Ichchaya. Atmakrita Setu. Setu also means connection. Why is he coming? Desiring to preserve. Paripsaya. Reme means he's performing transcendental pastimes. Nirasta. He's not Nirasta Vishaya. He's not affected. Avaruddha is manifesting his transcendental body. All these transcendental bodies are eternally existing. Whenever whatever is required, Krishna manifests those pastimes. So just for connecting, see obligations, generally this word obligation, yes. Obligation means he's taking it as a personal responsibility. What is that meaning? Here Setu refers to, so we are in 19th verse. So Setu also refers to not only he is taking it as a personal responsibility, he is connecting all the jivas to, to himself. In this way, Krishna appears to establish principles of religion. The four principles and activities are four again, and this way Krishna appears in different species. As Manushans are lower than the human beings also. Rama, Krishna, they appear like a human being, but they are not human. Okay. This is what Krishna writes here in Bhagavad Gita. Avajalanti mamudha manushim tanumashritam. If I appear like a human, people think that I am a human. But they don't know. Avajalanti mamudha. They are all mudhas. Okay. Raksha, read it.
Yes, Mataji. Shloka 19. तिरक्मनुष्यविबुधादिषु जीवयोनिः आत्मेच्छयात्मकृतसेतु परीप्सया यः रेमे निरस्तरविषयो अप्यतरुरुद्धदेह तस्मै नमो भगवते पुरुषोत्तमाय. O my Lord, your own will you appear in the various species of living entities, among animals lower than human beings, as well as among the demigods, to perform your transcendental pastimes. You are not affected by material contaminations. You come just to fulfill the obligation of your own principles of religion. And therefore, O Supreme Personality, I offer my obeisances unto you for manifesting such different forms. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai ho. The Lord's incarnations in different species of life are all transcendental. He appears as a human being in his incarnations of Krishna, Rama, etc. But he is not a human being. Anyone who mistakes him for an ordinary human being is certainly not very intelligent as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Avajananti mama mudha manusham tanum ashritam. The same principle is applicable when he appears as the hog or fish incarnations. They are transcendental form of the Lord and are manifested under certain necessities of his own pleasures and pastimes. Such manifestations of the transcendental form of the Lord are accepted by him mostly on enliven his devotee. All his incarnations are manifested whenever there is a need to deliver his devotees and maintain his own principles. Hare Krishna.
यो विद्ययानोपहतोऽपि तदार्थवित्तया निद्रामुवाह जठरीकृत लोकयात्रहम् अन्तर्जले हि कशिपु स्पर्शानु कूलां विभोर्मिमालिनी जनस्य सुखं विवृण्वन् यो अविद्यायां. Let us see. Oh my God, you accept the pleasure of sleeping in the water of devastation, where there are violent waves, and you enjoy pleasure on the bed of snakes, showing the happiness of his sleep to intelligent people. At that time, all the universal planets are stationed within your abdomen. Yaha avidya, influenced by the science, anupahataha, without being affected, api, in spite of, dashardha, five vrittaya, interaction, nidrama, sleep, uvaha, accepted, jatari, within the abdomen, krita, doing so, lokayatraha, maintenance of the different entities, antha, chale, within the water of devastation, ahikashipuhu, snake bed, sparshanukulam, happy for the touch, bhima, urmi, violent waves, malini, chain of janasya, intelligent person, sukham, and we were showing. So in this way, Krishna shows to the intelligent people. What is he showing? When there is devastation, the devastation is nothing but avidya. It is influenced by the science. Creation is goodness, but destruction is avidya. Creation is rajas, maintenance is goodness, but again rajas. But this is what destruction. So this is avidya. So Krishna is not affected. Krishna is sleeping on the bed of snakes, and there are violent waves, and Krishna is enjoying. And this also is sleeping that so peacefully. So Krishna says, I am not influenced by all these things. There's devastation, and all the universal planets, they are in Krishna's abdomen. Prabhupada writes, one who's like a frog in a well cannot imagine the length and breadth of great Pacific Ocean. So Krishna is lying in the great ocean of the universe. It's not so easy to understand because we are in our own well. For a person who is near the river, for him the river is the biggest thing. He cannot measure. So frog in the well, it doesn't know more than its own space. So that is what is given here. So intelligent people only can understand and how Krishna can sleep in the huge water of the universe. Okay, Vrindanila Mataji read.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी यो विद्ययानुपहतोऽपि दशार्थवित्तया निद्रामुवाह जठारिकृतलोकयात्रः अन्तर्जले हि कशिपुर्स्पर्शानुकूलां भीमोर्मिमालिनी जनस्य सुखं विवृण्वन्. My lord, you accept the pleasure of sleeping in the water of devastation, where there are violent waves, and you enjoy pleasure on the bed of snakes, showing the happiness of your sleep to intelligent persons. At that time, all the universal planets are stationed within your abdomen. Purport: persons who cannot think of anything beyond the limit of their own power are like frogs in a well, who cannot imagine the length and breadth of the great Pacific Ocean. Such people take it as legendary when they hear that the Supreme Lord is lying on his bed within the great ocean of the universe. They are surprised that one can lie down within water and sleep very happily. But a little intelligence can mitigate this foolish astonishment. There are many living entities within the bed of the ocean who also enjoy the material bodily activities of eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. If such insignificant living entities can enjoy life within water, why can't the Supreme Lord, who is all powerful, sleep on the cool body of a serpent and enjoy in the turmoil of violent ocean waves? The distinction of the Lord is that his activities are all transcendental, and he is able to do anything and everything without being deterred by limitations of time and space. He can enjoy his transcendental happiness regardless of material considerations. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Brahmaji is offering respects to the form he is seeing in front of him. 2 verses speaks about it. This in the next verse. Now, Lord sleeps without being overcome by the ignorance with its 5 functions which causes sleep. So, in Bharati Vidya Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, what are the 5 functions which causes sleep? One is avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. These are the 5 things. And these 5 functions of ignorance act because of him. His sleep is composed of his Swarupa Shakti. Now, Lord contains all the living beings. They are all in his stomach now. And his sleep is being made comfortable by Shesha, Ananta Shesha. He is sleeping like as if he's so tired, so sleepy. It is said, even in the when a person is in deep sleep, he is not in fear because of time, place, or association. In the same way, everybody is in fear because destruction is happening, but he is sleeping very peacefully, very happily. So that is what is given here. 5 is given. That 5 is this only. Dasha Ardha Avidya. Because of Avidya or Asmitaha, Ragadvesha, Abhinivesha. That has been given here. Okay, next. Yannabhipadma bhavanadaham asam kidya lokatrayopakarano yadanugrahena tasmai namasta udarastha bhavaya yoga nidravasana vikasan naline kshanaya. So, O object of my worship, now Lord's wonderful form is seen by Brahmaji. Nabhi Padma. So, O object of my worship, I am born from the house of your lotus navel for the purpose of creating the universe by your mercy. Recreation. All these planets of the universe are stationed within your transcendental abdomen while you are enjoying sleep. Now your sleep having ended, your eyes are open like blossoming lotuses in the morning. So in this way, Bhavanata means I have come from the Nabhi, from that house. I have manifested Asam. You are the worshipable one, Idya. So now all these 3 worlds, they were in your stomach only. But now by your mercy, I pay obeisances to you. By your mercy, Udarastaha, Bhavaya, all these now universes will appear. Yoga Nidra Avasana, now over, your sleep is over. I saw that all the universes are merged in your stomach. Even I have been in your stomach. Vikshat, blossoming, Nalina Ikshanaya. In this way, you're opening your eyes like lotus. So I have emanated from the navel. And you have given me the task of making these 3 worlds. For that, I require your mercy. And that is why he says, oh, wake up now. Mangalararthika. This is very wonderful. So that it will become auspicious for everyone. So the most auspicious thing is creating this material world. And asking Brahma to recreate the material world. So the creation work is given to Brahmaji. And this creation is the most compassionate activity of Krishna. It is auspicious actually. It's not inauspicious, it's auspicious. Creation is always auspicious. Destruction is inauspicious, but again, entering Krishna's stomach only, so that is also auspicious. Everything, whatever Krishna does, is auspicious. Okay. Binduri.
Hare Krishna. Text 21. Yannabipadma bhavanadhaham asamidya lokatrayapakarano yad anugrahena तस्मै नमस्तोऽधर प्रभवाय योग निद्रावसान विकसन निलेकषणाय. Translation. O object of my worship, I am born from the house of your lotus navel for the purpose of creating the universe by your mercy. All these planets of the universe were stationed within your transcendental abdomen while you were enjoying sleep. Now, your sleep having ended, your eyes are open like blossoming lotuses in the morning. Purport. Brahma is teaching us the beginning of Archana regulations from morning 4 o'clock to night 10 o'clock. Early in the morning, the devotee has to rise from his bed and pray to the Lord. And there are other regulative principles for offering Mangala Aarti early in the morning. Foolish non-devotees, not understanding the importance of Archana, criticize the regulative principles, but they have no eyes to see that the Lord also sleeps by his own will. The impersonal conception of the Supreme is so detrimental to the path of devotional service that it is very difficult to associate with the stubborn non-devotees who always think in terms of material conceptions. Impersonalists always think backwards. They think that because there is form in matter, spirit should be formless. Because in matter there is sleep, in spirit there cannot be sleep. And because the sleeping of the deity is accepted in Archana worship, the Archana is Maya. All these thoughts are basically material. To think either positively or negatively is still thinking materially. Knowledge accepted from the superior source of the Vedas is standard. Here in these verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, we find the Archana is recommended. Before Brahma took up the task of creation, we found the Lord sleeping on the serpent bed in the waves of the water of devastation. Therefore, sleeping exists in the eternal potency of the Lord, and this is not denied by pure devotees of the Lord like Brahma and his disciplic succession. It is clearly said here that the Lord slept very happily within the violent waves of the water, manifesting thereby that he is able to do anything and everything by his transcendental will and not be hampered by any circumstances. The Mayavadi cannot think beyond this material experience, and thus he denies the Lord's ability to sleep within the water. His mistake is that he compares the Lord to himself, and that comparison is also a material thought. The whole philosophy of the Mayavadi school, based on not this, neti neti, is basically material. Thus, thought cannot give one the chance to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead as He is. Hare Krishna.
So now, in the devastation, Krishna is very much peaceful, and now Krishna, uh, um, Brahmaji says, "Now get up now. Now creation has to start. You have already made me appear. Be merciful unto me." Okay, next. स्वयं समस्त जगतां स्मृतेक आत्मा सत्त्वेन यन् मृळीयते भगवान् भगेन तेनैव मे दृशम् अनु अनुस्पृश्य अनुपृश्यतात् यथाहं स्रक्ष्यामि पूर्ववद् idam pranata priyoso. Sir, let the Supreme Lord be merciful unto me. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world. He maintains all for their ultimate happiness by 6 transcendental opulences. May He be merciful towards me so that I, as before, may be empowered with the introspection of creation. For I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. And directly he says, I am one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. I am also dear to the Lord. Sa ayam samasta jagatam sruta. You are the one friend and philosopher. You are super soul atma. Sattvena. In this way, you are situated in the Shuddha Sattva. You are giving happiness. When you say Bhagavan, he has Bhagena. Bhagena means 6 appearances. Bhagyavan Bhagena. Tena, by him eva drisham anusprishatat. He has given the power of introspection. Yatha aham sakshyami. In this way, I'll be able to create. Purvavat, as before, idam, this universe. Pranata, I am surrendered to you. Priya, I am also dear to you. So, he the Lord. Because Lord has given this task, that is why he can easily say, yes, I am dear to you. You give task to whom? To dear ones only. Na? That is how Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye Muyyanti et Surya. Sometimes these demigods who are headed by Brahma, they think that they are very dear because they have got the task. In this, Krishna bewilders them. For Krishna, who is the dearest, is Vrajavasis. By getting a position, it is actually position gives pride also. Krishna gives position and keeps the demigods a little far. Krishna, by not giving position to the gopis, Krishna takes them more closer. So it's a wrong understanding that you get a position, then you are very dear to the spiritual master. In fact, if you're dear to the spiritual master, he will give you such a task where it will be more confidential. Because it is said, Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam Nishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Uchyate. The highest service is when you do a confidential seva to the spiritual master, to Lord. When you have a position, you may feel that you are dear, like how Brahmaji is completely bewildered. He is also thinking, I am also one of your servants who is very dear to you. So this is wonderful. Karuna read.
Text 22. Soyam samasta jagatam suhrideka atma satvena yan mridayate bhagavan bhagena tenaiva me drishamanusprishatadyataham sukshyami purvavaditam pranata priyosau. Translation. Let the Supreme Lord be merciful towards me. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world, and he maintains all for their ultimate happiness by his 6 transcendental opulences. May he be merciful towards me so that I, as before, may be empowered with the introspection to create, for I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Lord Purushottama or Sri Krishna is the maintainer of all in both the transcendental and material worlds. He is the life and friend of all because there is eternally natural affection of love between the living entities and the Lord. He is the one friend and well wisher for all, and he is one without a second. The Lord maintains all the living entities everywhere by his 6 transcendental opulences, for which he is known as Bhagavan or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma prayed for his mercy so that he might be able to create the universal affairs as he did before. Only by the Lord's causeless mercy could he create both material and spiritual personalities like Marichi and Narada, respectively. Brahma prayed to the Lord because he is very much dear to the surrendered soul. The surrendered soul knows nothing but the Lord, and therefore the Lord is very affectionate towards him. Hare Krishna.
Hmm. Now in four verses 22, 23, 24, 25, Brahmaji is offering, is making requests. The first request is what? Be merciful to me. You are friend of everyone. Empower me. The first request is what? Empower me to create. Now next request, let us see. Because in short we can say, empower me. एव एष प्रपन्नवरदोरमयात्मशक्त्या यद्यत् करिष्यति गृहीतगुणावतारः तस्मिन् स्वविक्रमम् इदं सृजतोऽपि सिचेतो युञ्जीत कर्म शमलं च यथा विजयाम् So the Supreme Lord, as a personality of Godhead, is always the benefactor of the surrendered souls. His activities are always enacted through his internal potency. Rama, or the goddess of fortune, I pray. There is internal potency, there is Rama, or the goddess of fortune. I pray only to engage in his service in the creation of the material world, and I pray that I may not be materially affected by my works, for thus I may be able to give up the false prestige of being the creator. So first is what? Empower me. Then let me not be materially affected. That is why Brahmaji is Guna Avatara. He is he is not counted as one of the demigods because he doesn't want to be materially affected. For that he is praying to whom actually? He is praying to actually goddess of fortune. You see, he is praying to Lakshmi ji. So in any other prayers, Lakshmi ji has not come. Clear? No, clear internal potency. So that mother will recommend father. That is why Malola, one of the Narsimha's Malola Narsimha, where Brahmaji takes this Jnanam from Lakshmi, how to create and how to be unaffected also. So Ma Lola means what? Mother. Lola means one who is loved by mother or cared by mother. Care is due to, what is that word? Where you Lola. Lola means when the child is cared more. What is that word? Care is, what is that word? Where you take a child. That is
Sahlana Mataji.
yes.
Sahlana.
So Rama, or the goddess of fortune, your activities are enacted. You are also dependent on whom? Lakshmi. Your activities are enacted means what? She is only controlling you actually. That is why actually here the prayers are, let me not be materially affected, which is to the mother. Oh mother, let me not be affected. But it is a prayers to the father. But now the father is also dependent on mother. That is how Varada, you are Varada, yes, you are enjoying with whom? With Rama, with Lakshmi ji. And that is how whatever is happening is because of the internal potency. And I have accepted this incarnation, Guna Avatar. You know, Guna Avatar. You have accepted Guna Avatar. You are you are the mode of goodness. In this way, Idam, this cosmic manifestation, Sujataha, you have created. You are asking me to create in spite, Chetaha, Yunjitaha, you are asking me to engage in this work. Shamalam, cha yatha jayam. Let me not be affected. Hmm. You are always the benefactor of the surrendered souls. So Varada, Krishna's name is Varada, Varadaraj. We are going now Varadaraj, Kanchipuram. So in this way, your first is what? Keep me surrendered, let me create, empower me to create. And now here the second prayer is, let me not be affected. Okay, Raksha, read.
Hare Krishna. Shloka 23. एष प्रपन्नवरदो रमयात्मशक्त्या यद्यत् यद्यत् करिष्यति गृहीतगुणावतारः तस्मिन् स्वविक्रमम् इदं सृजतोऽपि चेतो युज्यितकर्मशमलं च यथा विजहयाम्. Translation: The Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, is always the benefactor of the surrendered soul. His activities are always enacted through his internal potency, Rama, or the goddess of fortune. I pray only to engage in his service in the creation of the material world, and I pray that I not be materially affected by my words, for thus I may be able to give up the false prestige of being the creator. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Ho. In the matter of material creation, maintenance and destruction, there are three incarnation of the material modes of nature, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. But the Lord's incarnation as Vishnu in his internal potency is the supreme energy for the total activities. Brahma, who is only an assistant in the modes of creation, wanted to remain in his actual position as an instrument of the Lord instead of becoming puffed up by the false prestige of thinking himself the creator. That is the way of becoming dear to the Supreme Lord and receiving his benedictions. Foolish men want to take credit for all creations made by them, but intelligent persons know very well that not a blade of grass can move without the will of the Lord. Thus, all the credit for wonderful creation must go to him. By spiritual consciousness, only can one be free from the contamination of material affections and receive the benedictions offered by the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Let us see now third prayers. What is the third prayer Brahmaji does? 1 second. Nabhi हृदा इह सतोऽम्भसि यस्य पुंसो विज्ञानशक्ति अहमासम् अनन्तशक्तिः रूपं विचित्र अहमस्य विवृतो मे मारिदिशिष्ट निगमस्य गिरां विसर्गः नाभिरुधात्. The Lord's potencies are innumerable. As he lies down in the water of devastation, I am born as the total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus sprouts. Navel lake. And I am now engaged in manifesting his diverse energies in the form of cosmic manifestation. I therefore pray in the course of my material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibrations of Vedic hymns. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavi has been given this Vedic knowledge. So I should not be deviated from the vibration of Vedic hymns. That is a prayer now, third prayer. Nabhi Hridad. Nabhi Hridad means Hridad. Navel lake. Iha Sataha Ambasi Asya Pumsal. You are lying in this water. Vijnana of the total universe. Shakti energy. Aham, Asam, I am born. Anantaha Shakti. You are all powerful. Rupam Vichitram. In this way you have eradicated forms. Idamasyaha. You have manifested this form to me. Maririshtaha Nigamasyaha Giram Visarga. I may not be influenced by the sounds of Vedic hymns. Okay. Because Vedas are the flowery languages, Krishna says. Yamimam pushpitam vachah pravadanti vipaschitah Vedavadarata partha. So those who are Vedavadarataha, those who think that Vedas only everything, they are attracted to these flowery languages. But Brahmaji just see he is the source of all the Brahmanas. He says, let me not be deviated. Okay. Okay. Read. Read.
Yes. नाभिहृदादिह सतोऽम्भसि यस्य पुंसो विज्ञानशक्तिरहमासम्मनन्तशक्तिः रूपं विचित्रम् इदमस्य विविण्वतो मे मारिऋषिस्तनिगमस्य गिरां विसर्गः. The Lord's potencies are innumerable. As he lies down in the water of devastation, I am born as a total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus sprouts. I am now engaged in manifesting his diverse energies in the form of the cosmic manifestation. I therefore pray that in the course of my material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibration of the Vedic hymns. Purport. Every person engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord in this material world is prone to so many material activities. And if one is not strong enough to protect himself against the onslaught of material affection, he may be diverted from the spiritual energy. In the material creation, Brahma has to create all kinds of living entities with bodies suitable to their material conditions. Brahma wants to be protected by the Lord because he has to contact many, many vicious living entities. An ordinary Brahman may fall from the Brahma Tejas or the power of Brahminical excellence due to his association with many fallen conditioned souls. Brahma, as the supermost Brahman, is afraid of such a fall down, and therefore he prays to the Lord for protection. This is a warning for one and all in the spiritual advancement of life. Unless one is sufficiently protected by the Lord, he may fall down from his spiritual position. Therefore, one has to pray constantly to the Lord for protection and the blessing to carry out one's duty. Lord Chaitanya also entrusted his missionary work to his devotees and assured them of his protection against the onslaught of material affections. The path of spiritual life is stated in the Vedas to be like the edge of a sharpened razor. A little inattentiveness may at once create havoc and bloodshed, but one who is a completely surrendered soul, always seeking protection from the Lord in the discharge of his entrusted duties, has no fear of falling into material contamination. Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Inside here, Vedas Chakshush the Ishvara. What is the purpose of studying Vedas? To know the person who has spoken the Vedas. Vedesha Sarve Rahameva Vedya. Vedanta Krudvedi Devacha. Vedas are actually eyes of Krishna. And here it said, Brahmaji says, the more I enter your qualities, I try to enter your qualities. And that is how I'm able to do that because of the mercy of studying the Vedas. So what is the purpose of studying the Vedas? To know Krishna's qualities. But in the creation, it should not happen that in the process of creation, because of lack of concentration, I may forget the purpose of Vedas. I may chant the Vedas, but I may forget the purpose of the Vedas. People say Shantakaram, Bhujakashayanam, Padmanabham, Suresham, Kayena Vacha, Manasendriya. So many prayers are done. But because of having so many rajasic desires, people forget that why they are chanting, to whom they are chanting. So I should not be carried away. See, they do many rituals. But last is what? Kayena Vacha. And then afterwards, sometimes they chant even Shantakaram, Bhujakashayanam, Padmanabham, Suresham. So that is Krishna's beautiful form, but still they are attracted to the demigods. So purpose of studying Veda is to know his qualities. And in the process of creation, I may forget that. So let me not be deviated. That is a prayer. 25th. So Sosa Kosha Vabhatra Karuno भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजृम्भन् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्व्या गिरापनयतात् पुरुषः पुराणः सः द लॉर्ड असौ that abhadra unlimited karunah merciful bhagavan vivruddha excessive prema. This is the last verse. Prema love smitena by smiling. Nayana amburuha the lotus eyes. Vijrumbhan by opening. Utthaya by flourishing. Vishwa vijayaya for glorifying the cosmic creation. Cha as also. Naha nor. Naha our. Vishadam rejection. Madhvaya by sweet. Gira birds. Apanayatat let him kindly remove Purushahadas, supreme Purana, oldest. So Lord who is supreme and the oldest is unlimitedly merciful. I wish that he may smilingly bestow his benediction upon me by opening his eyes. He can uplift the entire cosmic creation, remove our dejection by kindly speaking his directions. So what is the fourth prayer? Oh Lord, please appear. Please open. He has appeared, but now please open your eyes and speak to us. You give the direction to us. That is the prayer. You are the oldest, you are the Purushaha, you are the enjoyer, you are the only supreme person. Now please open the eyes. Nayana Amburuham, your eyes are like lotus. Vijrubhan, you open. By opening the eyes, Utthaya, there will be only, you will flourish. Flourish Vishwa Vijayaya. Okay. Now, Bindudev, the fourth prayer is, please speak to us and give me the direction.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Last words.
Text 25. सोऽसावत् अदप्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेमास्मितेन नयन गुरुहं विसृजम्बन् उत्थाव विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादं माधव्या गिरपन्नयतात् पुरुषः पुराणः. Translation: The Lord, who is supreme and is the oldest of all, is unlimitedly merciful. I wish that he may smilingly bestow his benediction upon me by opening his lotus eyes. He can uplift the entire cosmic creation and remove our dejection by kindly seeking his directions. Purport: The Lord is ever increasingly merciful upon the fallen souls of this material world. The whole cosmic manifestation is a chance for all to improve themselves in devotional service to the Lord, and everyone is meant for that purpose. The Lord expands himself into many personalities who are either self expansions or separated expansions. The personalities of the individual souls are his separated expansions, whereas the self expansions are the Lord himself. The self expansions are predominators, and the separated expansions are predominated for reciprocation of transcendental bliss with the supreme form of bliss and knowledge. The liberated souls can join in this blissful reciprocation of the predominator and predominated without materially concocted ideas. The typical example of such a transcendental exchange between the predominator and the predominated is the Lord's Rasa Leela with the gopis. The gopis are predominated expansions of the internal potency, and therefore the Lord's participation in the Rasa Leela dance is never to be considered like the mundane relationship of a man and a woman. It is rather the highest perfectional stage of the exchange of feelings between the Lord and the living entities. The Lord gives the fallen souls the chance for his highest perfection of life. Lord Brahma is entrusted with the management of the complete cosmic show, and therefore he prays that the Lord bestow his blessings upon him so that he may execute its purpose. Hare Krishna Mataji.
We'll stop here. Any questions? Okay. Panchakल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितनं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Krishna